Hello Virgo, this is a reading for a large audience, and although when I pray and prepare I ask that each of you receives at least one message, it is for a large number of people. Okay, thank you to everyone for subscribing to the channel, sharing it, liking it in your comments. I do love feedback from you, love to hear from you how this is helping, assisting you. So on the top row here we have 6 of Michael, and at the bottom it says it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. The next card we have is walking away. And then the third card we have down here, it has Archangel Gabriel and it says communication. So what they're saying is a number of you have been coming through turbulent emotional times. Most of you related with matters of the heart, although some it has been turbulent times with foundation like career work. But the majority of you, it's been home, family, stability at home. Yeah, they're saying for most of you, it's stability at home with a partner, with a lover. For a very small number of you, it's stability, meaning work, career, your own business. But it's been very challenging. They're saying in the recent months, and for some of you, even up in the past 6 months, have gone through some changes that you didn't anticipate and you didn't want. Okay, so they're saying that, you know, you had this person and you thought that this was your person, your stability, your rock. This was the person you were going to be with, build a foundation, build a home, build a future with. But that hope that you had, it was stolen. It was, you found that person was cheating on you. You found that person had truly stolen money from you. Maybe a business partner that you were planning a business venture with stole money from you. Or a person that you were romantically involved with was using you for money. But you had to put all your chips in this basket. And you were all in, ready to make this happen. And it just came crashing around you. 100%, because it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't the person for you, wasn't the right business venture, career change. And they're saying most of you, it's love related, and you knew that this person wasn't meant for you. You weren't. For some of you, you should not have been forging forward with that person, should not have been making plans with them, should not have relocated for them, should not have, for some of you, started to create business with this person. You knew that, but you thought, okay, this is going to work out. I'm going to put all my eggs in one basket, throw all my chips in, I'm all in, and it came crashing down. And that caused you a lot of grief and a lot of heartache. For a number of you, you can see in here, Archangel Michael, he has this sword drawn, and there's all this lightning coming around him, and the seas are very turbulent. Because they're saying for a lot of you, it created a lot of anger. Like, how could you do this to me? For some of you, a lot of grief, heartache. Because this foundation, the stability, the security that you were trying to build, and for a lot of you, you threw a lot of chips in. For some of you, you threw all your chips in to have it come crashing down on you. They're saying it's because it wasn't meant to be, and they're guiding you to your happiness, and they want you to know you are almost at the end of this. So this person that you were meant to be with, this career change, this business plan, it came to an end. They're saying for a number of you, it could have been a month ago, a couple months ago, 3, 4, 5 months ago. But you've been in this time of just anger and depression and sadness and grief over what happened, and you know, having lost this future, this hope that you'd had. But they're bringing the sun into you. And they're saying for a number of you, what you're not aware of is that by walking away from this person, you're actually leading yourself to that happiness, that joy that you desire, that you want. Because they have that for you. And for a number of you, you are already actually aware of what that new beginning is. So you can come from this turbulent times into the sunshine, into the light, into the happiness that awaits you. And for a number of you, this aha moment is going to be something that helps you finally communicate the truth with yourself, so that you can ease your heart of that pain that you've been feeling. Because a lot of you have been inflicting pain on yourself, like, you know, how could I have been so foolish? How could I have, you know, moved for this person? How could I have given this person all this money of mine? How could I have wasted so much time and effort? How could I have ruined my chances with someone else because I put everything into this person that did this to me? But because of that, because of the anger that's held you back, because of fear of the future, and for some of you, not wanting to admit your own feelings to yourself. And for some of you, they're saying is to not admit your feelings and what happened with someone else. But because you're not communicating, but something's going to happen. It's going to open you up to finally communicating with yourself. For some of you that need to communicate with someone else, be it that person. Now they're saying for some of you, it's a new person. So for those of you that it's love, there's somebody else that you already know, but you have to communicate with that person, what's transpired and where you are. And for most of you, they're saying also it's a big thing to communicate with yourself. so that you can finally fully walk away, move forward, because they're saying that they do have a new beginning ready for you. It is going to bring tremendous happiness. It's actually going to bring a stable home, a stable foundation. It's going to bring that love, that bliss, that joy that you desire. But you have to finally walk away, and that's walking away from even your anger. Now they want me to read the book for what this card communication is talking about. And while I look that up, y'all can admire. Okay, let's see here. To communicate is to create a bridge between a thought, feeling, or concept that exists in energy and deliver it to another party, be it God, yourself, or a loved one. Communication is that deliverance. We are constantly communicating through our body language, words, clothes, and choices. We communicate what we feel, believe, and expect. How we communicate with ourselves determines most of what we experience in life. If we tell ourselves we are not good enough or worthy of love, joy, and abundance, we are not likely to experience those things. If we tell ourselves life is unfair or cruel, we are most likely to attract those experiences. What you tell yourself determines how you will act and operate in the world. This directly affects all of your relationships and how you respond and communicate with those around you, even if it is just through your actions and body language. It is time to start paying attention to what you are saying to yourself right now. Is your internal dialogue conducive to all things you want for yourself? Do you give yourself love, support, confidence, and permission to be who you are and express yourself freely? Do you allow others to do the same? What is your body language saying about you? What does what you wear express? How well do you listen? How do you communicate with those around you? Are you comfortable with setting firm boundaries, with saying no? It is time to really reflect on how and what you are communicating at the moment. And ultimately, you are communicating to yourself. It may also be that there is some sort of block in your relationship with another that requires clear communication in order for harmony and balance to be restored. By interrupting and eliminating the self-talk that is detrimental to yourself, you can start to make changes that are necessary to live the full and healthy life you deserve. On to situation 2. We have 9 of Raphael. At the bottom it says, make a wish. Dreams become reality, a joyful time of life. And then we have contract and prosperity. So 9 of Raphael, it has an image of a genie with a bottle. You know, dreams coming true, bringing your hopes and dreams to fruition. But they're saying that this is about love. Because they're saying that some of you out there, you have this new love interest. For some of you, it's been a love interest, someone that you've been with for a while. Some of you have been in a relationship with this person. Some of you have been off and on with this person, but you're not committing to this person out of fear because of things that have happened in the past. Because they're saying, you know, you've had pain from the past. You've been hurt by someone in the past. So you're hesitant to move forward with this person that you're meant to be with. Now they want you to see. So this card, and since we're done up there, we'll put it there. So it's founded on love. So you have this person, they are saying it is a divine love partner. It's a soulmate, it's a twin flame, it's a relationship, and this says Archangel Michael protection. Archangel Michael is the angel who does watch over twin flames, but they're saying whatever the type, it is a divine relationship. Soulmate, twin flame, it's watched over by the heavens, it is protected. So you've met this person. You know this is the person you're meant to be with. You've got that soulmate divine connection. You felt like you've always known each other. A lot of synchronicities, a lot of signs, but you've been hurt in the past. So you're really afraid to commit. You're afraid to move forward with this person. For some of you, you're afraid to even communicate your feelings. So the other person's not even sure where you're at most of the time. But you care for that person. You feel that connection. A number of you love that person. But it's the things in the past that are keeping you stuck out of fear of what if that happens again? But what they want you to know is that person is, they are your anchor. They are your stability. They are your happiness. They are what you are. They are who you're being guided to. And they are commending you because you've done a lot of healing and you are ready. And what you're not aware of is that by making that commitment to that person, which is committing to yourself, you're going to bring yourself life's happiness, life's joy, prosperity in all areas of life. So happiness, home, family, life, joy. They're saying joyful adventures. Because Because they're saying for some of you, you've just been in a dark place, unhappy place for so long. You're ready to start opening up to joyful adventures, experiences again. This person is that person you're going to share that with. But you have to have some form of commitment with that person, be it committing to a relationship, committing to trying, doing something to move forward. Because it is your dreams come true. So they're saying, so prosperity. You can see on this card there's an eye there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's these lights beaming down out of her eyes there. And they say this connection, it's a shining star, but you're going to have to tend to it. It's kind of like when you tend to a garden. You know, you have to tend for your garden. You have to pull weeds. You have to water the garden. You have to give it attention. And if you do that, you'll have a very abundant harvest. Same thing when you're trying to develop a friendship. If you ignore a friend, you throw them away. If you do something untrustworthy, if you don't tend and care for that person, that relationship, it won't grow. So they're saying that you have to get your eyes on the prize. You have to start focusing, putting some attention where attention needs to be in order for you to move forward and get yourself out of this stuck place. Because they're saying a number of you, you're ready for that. You want that. You're just keeping your own eyes at this. She has a blindfold on in here, and they're saying you're blinding yourself. They're saying that you're ignoring your own feelings and ignoring what you want to do out of fear of things that are going to happen that have happened to you in the past again. But you don't need to have that fear worry. It's protected, it's watched over, guaranteed. It is your dreams come true. But you're going to need to put some attention into it. You're going to need to make that commitment to start. They're bringing back up that garden example. You're going to have to start tending this garden. You're going to have to start tending this person. That's you're meant to be. So, I do wish you all the very best, filled with a lot of love, joy, and blessings. Oh, and they are saying for some of you, one last piece to throw in. For some of you, they're saying, back to this situation real fast. One final thing that you could do that would help you with being able to finally let that go. Write a letter. So that person that you did step away from, because they're saying for some of you, the walking away is going to be finally communicating with the new person, communicating with yourself, for some moving. But they're saying most of it's tied to communications. So for those of you, so they're saying for some of you, sit down and write a letter to the person who hurt you, or write a letter to yourself. Honestly, openly communicating your feelings. So say you've been hard on yourself because you threw all your eggs in this basket, you moved into a different city, state to be with this person, or you gave them a bunch of money and they took it and ran off, or whatever, and you've had anger toward them. And that's keeping you stuck from moving where you need to be. Write a letter. You know, you made me feel very angry when you did such and such. I felt betrayed when I found out you were cheating. I felt whatever it is that they made you feel that's keeping you stuck. Put that in a letter. And then pray, ask that God and the angels help you release that. And then read it, ask they help you finally just let it all go so that you are free to move forward. And then burn it. And same thing if you're beating yourself up. Maybe you're beating yourself up because, oh my gosh, I wasted all this money to go move there. I wasted all this money to give, him all this money. Or I bought him this car and he, or I bought her this car and she took off with this other guy. And you're beating yourself up for it because you're like, okay, how could I have been so blind? Write yourself a letter. I'm angry with myself. How could I have been that? How could I have not noticed the signs? How could I have been that blind to it? Get all those angry, frustrated feelings out on paper so you can finally let go and walk away. And same thing, pray. Ask God and the angels, help me let this go. Help me finally let this go so I can move forward. And then burn it. And be done with it. So, I do wish you all the very best.